So, hey everyone, here I'm with my new video, and this video contains a lot of functions of dictionaries. And in this video, we will discuss about keys, values, item, get, update. So, let's start this video.
Talking about functions, I'm going to tell you one thing that in dictionaries, the keys are immutable and the values are mutable. So the keys will be of immutable data types always, and the values can be of any data type. So while writing values, you don't have to keep anything in mind, but while writing the keys, you must always keep this in mind that you always have to use immutable data types for keys like string, float, and tuple, integer, so on. So this is the thing which you have to remember always. And so we can change the values, but we can't change the keys. We will discuss this further by the methods also. So let's start talking about the functions. Here are some examples of dictionaries. Like what I said about the keys, here all the things I have written. So in the dictionary 1, which is stored in the variable dict1. So this dictionary is a normal dictionary which contains keys, name, age, subject, and the values of the keys are Kashish 21 and CS respectively. And one key value pair is known as item. So our first item is name and Kashish, where name is the key and the value of the key name is Kashish. So this is how we can create dictionaries. And in the second dictionary, I have shown that we can also use integer and float data types for keys. Like 1 and 2 are the integer data types, and the last item contains 3.23 as the key. So this is the float data type. And the values of 1, 2, and 3.23 are A, B, and C, which is in string data type. Now, in the last example of dictionary, which is stored in the variable dict3, this dictionary contains uh, the first and the second item whose keys are in tuple data type and the values are in string data type. You can also write the values in list form and means list data type, dictionary data type, and um, integer, float, anything. So while writing the values, you can use any data type. The thing you have to mind is while writing the keys. And the third item has the key marks, and the value here is in dictionary form. So you can also give dictionary in the values, but you can't give values. Sorry, you can't give dictionary in the keys. So this is what you have to keep in mind. Now we are moving forward to learn about the functions. First thing I'm going to discuss is fetching elements. So we can fetch element by a get method, or we can say a get function, and this has also a normal method which we can use to fetch which we can use to fetch an item. This is the example I'm taking for the get function. So get function is normally used to get the value of any key from the dictionary, and we use the key as the argument in the parenthesis of the get function. So here is my dictionary which is stored in the variable mydict. It contains keys name, age, and city whose values are Kriti, 22, and Delhi respectively. And in the fourth line I have written print mydict.get and in parenthesis name. You can also write in two lines, like you can access the value in any other variable and then you can print, but I have written in a single line. I hope you can understand because I have discussed these things in my starting videos. So this fourth line will give me the value of the name key because I have given name as the argument in the get function. So this will give me the value of name key. So when I will run this code, here is what I get as my output, that is Preeti. And in our dictionary, Preeti was the value of the name key. Similarly, we can get the value of any key. Like here, I have accessed the value of age key. So I have written age as the argument in the fourth line, that is print mydict dot get, and in parenthesis age. This is the way we have to write when we want to use the get function. And we are writing mydict dot get because our dictionary name is mydict, or we can say our dictionary is stored in the variable whose name is mydict. And if your dictionary name will be like dictionary 1, dictionary 2, then you have to write dictionary 1 dot get. So you have to write a dictionary name and dot get and the parenthesis, and inside the parenthesis you have to give the argument. So when I will run this code, this will give me the value of age, that is 23. Now there is also a method to access the value of keys if you don't want to use the get function, or either it can be the possibility that you don't know about the get function, so you can use this method. Like this is the simple method which we have also used in the list and strings. So here is my list which contains name, age, and marks, and the values are PU 18, and the third value is in the dictionary form, which contains physics and chemistry marks. So the third line is saying print my dict and in square brackets name. So for list and string, inside the square bracket we write the indexes, but for dictionaries we will write the keys. So in dictionaries, keys work as the indexes. We can fetch any element by using the keys. Like we were fetching uh, elements in the list and string by using indexes. So here I have written name in the square bracket. So this will give me the output of PU, which is the value of name key. So I will run this code and here is our output. Similarly, I can fetch the value of age by writing age in the square bracket. So here is my value of age. Now if you want to fetch the value of marks, then you can write marks in the square bracket, then you will get the whole value which is in the dictionary form, and you will get the marks of both physics and chemistry. But if you want that you only have the need of the physics marks or the chemistry mark, then you can also access only one particular marks. So let's see how. So you can write like this, my dict and in square bracket marks, and then again in square bracket physics. Similarly, you can write chemistry at the place of physics. So this will give me the marks of physics. This lines means that you are talking about the key marks, and inside the marks you are talking about the physics key, because your value contain the elements in the form of item, that is both key and value pair. So you want to fetch only the marks of physics key. So this is how you can write to get a particular value. Then I will run this code and here the marks of physics will occur as my output. Now you may think that both the get function and this method is working same. So why there is a need for the get function, and what are the differences between the get function? Like in this example, in the fourth line I have used get for the value of age, and in the fifth line I have used the method for the value of age, and this will give me the same output. So what is the difference between both? So here is the difference between both, that if you will give a key which is not in your dictionary, like here I have taken the example, as the argument I have given country in the get function, and in the fifth line I have given country inside the square bracket, and country is not in my dictionary. So what will be the output? So the only difference in get and this method is get will give me none for the keys which don't exist in our dictionary, but the method will give us error, and the error will be key error, and it will let us know that this key is not in our dictionary. This is the only difference in the get function and this method. that the way they give output when we will give any key which is not existing in our dictionary. So when I will run this code, this will give me none, and the method line is giving us the key error. This is the only difference. So you have to keep this in mind. The next function is keys. So keys are simply used to get all the keys from our dictionary. Like if you want to see that how many keys and what are the keys we have used in our dictionary. So you can simply write your dictionary name dot keys. Then you will get all the keys of your dictionary. As I have written here, print my dict dot keys. When I will run this code, this will be my output. Dict underscore keys, and then in parenthesis there is given a list of the keys which my dictionary holds. That is name, age, and city. If you want that you need only a list of the keys, like you don't want uh, the underscore keys to become in your output. So you can use typecasting, which I have discussed in my second or third video. You can go and check. So here is the example of typecasting, like how you can typecast. So you can simply write print list. This is showing that you are typecasting the mydict.keys in the list data type. So this will give you only the list of the keys. It will not give you mydict underscore keys. So the line is print list and in parenthesis mydict.keys, and I will run this code, and here is the list of keys of my dictionaries. So I think you can understand the difference between typecasting and without typecasting. What will be our output? So next function is values. This is also similar to keys. Like the keys functions is giving us the list of keys of our dictionary, and the values function give the values of the dictionary in the list form. So when I will run this code, this will give me this output. Dict underscore values in parenthesis list of the values that are key Priti 22 and Delhi. And similarly, if you want to typecast, then you can typecast into the list form, or you can say in the list data type like this. You can write print in parenthesis list and again in parenthesis my dict dot values. So this will only give you the list of the values of your dictionary like this. Now the next function is items. So items is the function which give us all the items of our dictionary in the list form, and inside the list form the elements are in the tuple format. Like this is my example, and in the third line I have written print my dict dot items. When I will run this code, here is my output dict underscore items. This is telling us that this list contain the items of the dictionary, and in parentheses there is a list of the items, and inside the list all the items are in the element, or I can say the elements are the items of the list which is in the tuple form. Like you can see the first item is name and kriti which is in the tuple form. So these are the uh, functions which will give us keys, values, and items. You can also use typecasting for items also. Like here I have written print list my tick dot items. This will give me the list of the items. Here simply output give us a list which contain elements which are the items of the dictionaries and in the tuple form as you can see. So here is our last function, that is update. Update function is used to add more items in our dictionary. Like you can create a new dictionary and then you can give it as the argument in the update function. Here I have written my update, and which contains the argument country and colon India. So this is the dictionary which I want to add in my old dictionary. That is, I want to update my old dictionary by adding this item. So if you want to add any item, then first you have to create a dictionary and then you can update it by using the update function. You can also write this in two lines, like you can write new dict, a variable which will contain your new dictionary, and then you can give this as the argument. But I have written simply it in a single line, like mydict.update, and in the parenthesis, the new dictionary, which contains a new key, that is country, and the value of this key country is India. So when I will run this code, this will give me nothing, but our dictionary will be updated. So now if you want to see your updated dictionary, then you can simply write print my dict, and then if you will run your code, here is our output, which is our updated dictionary. And this dictionary contains one more item, which is country and India as the key value pair. Here is another example I am taking of update function. Here I have created a new dictionary which contains items, name Rohit, age 24, and city Junagadh. This is my new dictionary, and now I want that my old dictionary contain both the items of the old dictionary and this new dictionary. That is, I can say I want to update my dictionary, and my updated dictionary should contain six items, the three which is in the old dictionary and the three which is I am giving in the new dictionary. So I have written the things like this, and now I have given new dict, that is my new dictionary, as the argument in the update function, and I have printed my dictionary by using print my dict. Now if I will run this code, so here is our output.
So from the previous example, it is concluded that if we will use a key which is already in our existing dictionary, then it will not create a new element. It will change the value of existing item or element. So in this example, I used name, age, and city as the key of my new dictionary. So the items are not added in the old dictionary, and instead of this, the values of the key of the old dictionaries were changed. So this is what happened when we use a key which is already existing in the dictionary, in our old dictionary. So whenever you want to add a new item in your dictionary, so you have to use a key which is not in your old dictionary. Or otherwise, if you want to change the value of your existing key, then you can use uh, the keys which already exist in your dictionary, and then you can change the value like this. There is also another method to change the value of existing key. So here is the example. If you want to change the value of existing key, then you can simply write mydict, and in square bracket you have to write the key whose value you want to change, and then is equals to, and then 23 here I have written, because I want to change the value of age from 22 to 23. So uh, as dictionary is mutable and the items of dictionary are mutable as well, so we can directly assign a new value to the old keys like this. So you don't have to use the update function for changing the value of existing keys. And update function is generally used when you want to add a new item. You can use also for the existing keys, but this method is preferred more simpler than the update function when you need to change the value of any old key. So this is the method which is used to change the value of an existing key in your old dictionary. So when I will print my dictionary by writing print my dict, then uh, I will get the output this. And here the value of age is now changed. And now the value of age is 23. And the value of name and city key are both the same as the previous one. This is how the functions of dictionary work. And I have also discussed about the alternate methods which are used instead of the functions. So I think now you can understand and practice a lot of questions of dictionaries. If you have any type of query, then you can ask me in the comments. Thank you for watching and follow for more.